Did you know that every year, millions of crocodiles are raised in farms worldwide? Not just for their meat, but for their highly prized skin that rings in almost $10 billion a year? But behind the luxury leather and exotic dishes lies a dark and dangerous reality. We're gonna show you why the crocodile farming is one of the riskiest and most controversial industries on the planet. You won't believe what goes into producing crocodile products. So, stick around. Did you know that a saltwater crocodile can weigh over 1,000 kilograms and live for more than 70 years? These scaly giants are crazy fast in water, zipping through at up to 18 miles per hour. They're also apex predators, with a bite that delivers a crushing 5,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to smash through turtle shells like potato chips. These guys eat almost anything, can survive months without food, and spend most of their time motionless. But be warned, they're not all chill. Crocs are estimated to kill around 1,000 humans a year. So, maybe don't try to pet the wild one. But here's the wild twist. In some parts of the world, crocodiles are actually trained to perform in circuses and shows. Impressive? Totally. Safe? Let's just say it's a job that requires nerves of steel. Crocodiles live in rivers, lakes, and dams in parts of America, Asia, Africa, and Australia. Some of the crocodiles from Australia live in salt water. To agriculturalize crocodiles, hunters often go deep into the wild swamps where they live and secretly take eggs from their nests. It's like the world's riskiest Easter egg hunt, except the mom can weigh half a ton and has 60 sharp reasons not to mess with her. Once those precious croc eggs are collected, the hatchlings are carefully raised indoors. When they're strong enough and ready to stretch those scaly legs, they're released into larger, more natural setups. Crocodile farming is especially popular in places like Australia, Thailand, and parts of Africa, where it's both a business and a tourist attraction. One of the most common setups is spacious, man-made earthen ponds. As apex predators, crocodiles are farmed in various ways. Brazilian farms often utilize circular enclosures with overhead coverings, while Chinese farms typically feature larger pens with ample space and a central pond. These areas are designed to give the reptiles enough room to move, bask in the sun, and take a dip whenever they please. The concrete makes it easier to clean and control hygiene, while the ponds keep things feeling natural. Every farm has dozens of cages like these where the crocs are separated based on their age, weight, and size. So, why do farmers risk life and limb to raise these giant, toothy reptiles on such a massive scale? Well, it's not just for the thrill. The main reason is profit. Crocodiles are big business. Their luxurious leather is used to make high-end bags, shoes, and belts that can sell for thousands of dollars. And let's not forget their meat, which is considered a delicacy in many places. The typical diet for farmed crocodiles consists of pork, beef, chicken, and live fish. To help young crocodiles adjust, their food is often ground or chopped into smaller pieces. Once they are a little older, the crocodiles are fed larger foods, such as chicken heads or long pieces of raw chicken. Two crocs hatched at the same time can have different weight and size, even if they are fed the same quantity of food. That's why it's important to build different diet at each age stage. The food will soon change to large fish and whole chickens, as the crocodiles have now evolved into monsters with giant stomachs. They will always be hungry when they smell food, so being patient and taking it slow during feeding time is out of the question. To ensure an optimal breeding environment for crocodile farmers, spread a thick layer of sand in the nesting areas so that female crocodiles have a place to lay their eggs. The breeders then go and collect the eggs that the mother crocodile has buried under a thick layer of sand. Egg harvesting is usually done at night, or when the mother crocodile is busy elsewhere, away from the nest. Immediately after harvesting, the eggs will be gently washed and covered with a layer of clean sand in large foam boxes or plastic trays to create an environment for the eggs to continue to develop. They are then kept at temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius with controlled humidity to optimize hatching rates. From the time of incubation to hatching, it takes about 65 to 90 days. However, the rising demand has sparked serious concerns. Some crocodile species are endangered and are protected in many parts of the world, since some species were nearly hunted to extinction. Conservationists and animal rights communities are raising their voices, and calls for more sustainable, ethical practices in the fashion industry. Processing crocodile meat in a factory is no small feat. The meat is divided into cuts like the tail, back, and legs, all known for being tender, low in fat, and packed with nutrients. Some factories even turn crocodile meat into sausages. Once the meat is separated from the skin and thoroughly cleaned, it's vacuum sealed for freshness. Each package is carefully weighed and labeled with all the necessary information. And just like that, it's ready to make its way to markets and restaurants, where it's served up as a unique and exotic delicacy. Catching a crocodile is definitely not a one-person job. It takes a whole team, a lot of coordination, and still, those ropes can eat up tons of time and energy. That's why in many crocodile farms, people turn to a more efficient method, using controlled electric pulses. The ideal age for harvesting farmed crocodiles is between 2 to 2.5 years. To prioritize farmer safety and increase harvesting speed, Chinese farms commonly use electric rods to stun crocodiles. Some farms will purchase young crocodiles for breeding to expand the farm. In addition, adult crocodiles are sent to professional processing facilities, the process of skinning and processing. Did you know crocodile skin is considered a luxury item in the fashion world? Once separated from the meat and carefully cleaned, the skin is treated and dyed through a detailed process to become high-end products like handbags, wallets, and shoes. This exotic leather generates up to $9 billion in annual profits. Yes, billion. Crocodile meat might sound exotic, but it's surprisingly nutritious and versatile. Known for its lean, white flesh, crocodile meat is low in fat, high in protein, and rich in essential nutrients like potassium, vitamin B12, and omega-3 fatty acids. Popular ways to cook crocodile include grilling, pan-frying, and stir-frying, often with garlic, herbs, or chili for an extra kick. In many countries, it's also used in curries, skewers, soups, or turned into sausages and jerky. Spicy, savory, and full of texture. Would you want to try crocodile meat? Farmers begin by selecting the highest quality pufferfish breeds, carefully raising them in specialized tanks designed to mimic natural sea conditions. To keep them healthy, they trim tails and teeth to prevent injuries, provide a nutrient-rich diet, and ensure clean water through advanced filtration systems. Temperature and salinity are also monitored to create the perfect growing environment. In the wild, pufferfish absorb tetrodotoxin from their diet, making them dangerous to consume. But in indoor farms, their food is carefully controlled, ensuring they don't develop this deadly poison. Pufferfish are harvested from indoor farms under strict controls. Japan produces over 4,000 tons of farmed fugu each year, helping supply this deadly delicacy more safely than ever. Would you dare to eat one of the world's deadliest delicacies? Pufferfish, or fugu, carries a toxin 1,200 times more lethal than cyanide. Yet, in Japan, it's transformed into an exquisite dish, prepared by master chefs. But how do we go from a poisonous sea creature to a gourmet experience? Let's dive into the fascinating world of pufferfish farming and the precise art of fugu preparation. Did you know that just one pufferfish carries enough tetrodotoxin to kill 30 adult humans? And there's no known antidote. This makes pufferfish one of the most dangerous delicacies on Earth. Yet, despite this danger, pufferfish have some truly fascinating defense mechanisms. When threatened, they inflate like a balloon by gulping water or air, making it nearly impossible for predators to swallow them. They also have beak-like teeth that never stop growing, helping them crush hard shells. That's why fishermen trim their teeth, to prevent injuries in farms and make handling safer after catching. To keep pufferfish populations healthy, more and more fisheries are even turning to indoor farming. Pufferfish farming includes two main types: indoor farming and hybrid sea farming. In fully controlled indoor farms, everything is carefully managed for safety and quality. Some farms make their own feed to control the nutrition and safety of their pufferfish. By using carefully selected ingredients, they avoid toxins found in the wild, ensuring the fish grow healthy and safe for consumption. For offshore farms, juvenile pufferfish are first raised in indoor tanks. Once they reach a certain size, they are transferred to open sea farms, where they experience a more natural habitat, better water circulation, and stronger muscle development from swimming in ocean currents. Incredibly, some offshore farms float miles away from land and house tens of thousands of pufferfish in massive underwater cages. Once brought to land, they are sorted by size and quality before being placed in specialized oxygenated transport trucks. These trucks keep the fish alive by maintaining ideal water conditions during transit, ensuring they stay fresh and healthy until they reach processing facilities. In Japan, preparing pufferfish, fugu, is a true art. Only licensed chefs can handle it, and training takes years. Just 30 to 35% pass the tough exam. Why so strict? Because one wrong cut could be fatal. Pufferfish organs, especially the liver, ovaries, and skin, contain tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin up to 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide. Just 2 milligrams is enough to kill an adult human, and there's no known antidote. That's why every fugu dish served is a careful masterpiece of skill and trust. Pufferfish are carefully harvested using sustainable methods to minimize stress. Japan leads the world in offshore pufferfish farming, but countries like China and South Korea are also expanding operations to meet the growing demand for this luxury delicacy. Beneath the waves, where sunlight shimmers and predators lurk, mackerel race through the water like silver arrows. Every year, humans haul in over 3 million tons of mackerel from oceans around the globe, enough to fill more than 120,000 large trucks. Let's dive into the incredible world of mackerel, from the wild ocean chase to your dinner plate. Mackerel are famous for their speed and agility in the water. They must keep moving constantly to breathe, relying on water flowing through their gills to absorb oxygen. They often form huge, shimmering schools, creating a mesmerizing underwater dance to confuse predators. From the skies above to the depths of the ocean, danger is everywhere. Tuna, sharks, dolphins, and even seabirds eagerly hunt these agile swimmers. Not only do natural predators hunt mackerel, humans have also been harvesting these fish for centuries along the coasts of the Atlantic Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Pacific regions near Japan and the United States. Every year, over 3 million tons of mackerel are caught worldwide to meet the growing demand for seafood. Two common methods are used: Purse seine fishing and longline fishing. In purse seine fishing, a huge net surrounds a school of mackerel, and the bottom is pulled tight like a drawstring, trapping thousands of fish at once. One haul can bring in up to 200 tons of mackerel. Longline fishing uses a single long line with hundreds or thousands of baited hooks, stretching up to 50 kilometers. This method catches fish individually, helping preserve their quality and reduce bycatch. Fugu sashimi, also called tessa, is prepared in tightly regulated processing facilities. Sliced paper-thin and arranged like a chrysanthemum, this luxury dish offers a delicate sweetness and a mild tingling on the tongue. Over 10,000 servings are safely enjoyed in Japan every year, making it one of the world's most luxurious and thrilling dishes. Would you ever try fugu? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing food stories. Spiky, dangerous, and seriously furious. That's probably how you'd describe a porcupine, right? But what if I told you there's a whole other side to these creatures? Because in some parts of the world, they're actually being farmed, and the Chinese can make $20 million from breeding porcupines. Prepare to be surprised, because porcupines, they're way more valuable than you think. Raising porcupines might be easier than you think. Some even say it's simpler than farming pigs. These hardy creatures don't require complex housing setups. A spacious, unfloored earthen enclosure is often enough to keep them comfortable. However, porcupines are naturally curious and quite the escape artists, so proper reinforcement is key. Strong barriers and secure fencing help ensure they stay safely inside. With minimal upkeep and the right precautions, porcupine farming can be both manageable and rewarding. Since porcupines are nocturnal feeders, they are usually given food in the evening, ensuring they have plenty to eat throughout the night. Porcupines can be quite protective of their food, often showing territorial behavior when eating. When given their meals, they may guard their portion aggressively, using growls or quick movements to warn others to stay away. Porcupine mating usually happens at night, and after a gestation of around 3 to 4 months, the female gives birth to a small litter. After giving birth, mother porcupines exhibit strong maternal instincts. One fascinating behavior is that they often eat the placenta after birth. This helps them regain nutrients and keeps the nesting area clean. Essentially, porcupine quills are harvested for two main reasons. Some cultures use them medicinally, while artisans value them for crafting jewelry and decorative items. Feeding porcupines is a straightforward, yet important task, as their diet is surprisingly diverse. These animals enjoy a mix of vegetables, tubers, and fruits, making their meals both nutritious and varied. Farmers typically provide leafy greens, sweet potatoes, carrots, bananas, sugarcane, and even coconuts. Once inside, the mackerel are immediately rinsed with icy cold water to remove any dirt and to keep them fresh. Then, clever machines take over. sorting the fish by size at lightning speed. Have you ever wondered how quickly machines can sort thousands of fish? Well, some systems can handle over 10,000 fish per hour. Some of the best-looking fish are packed whole before being frozen at extremely low temperatures, between -35 degrees Celsius and -40 degrees Celsius, ensuring long-term preservation before processing. This deep freezing method helps maintain the fish's freshness, texture, and flavor, so it stays in perfect condition until it's ready for the next stage of processing or distribution. After many days drifting across the vast, unpredictable ocean, the fishing boats finally return to port, heavy with their silver treasure. Believe it or not, some ships unload over 500 tons of fish in just one trip. That's enough to fill more than 20 full-size trucks. Instead of unloading by hand, these modern ships pump the fish straight into the processing plant using enormous pipes. Thanks to this method, unloading can be up to 10 times faster compared to traditional manual methods. After filleting, when it's time to prepare them, the fish are gently thawed to around -1 degree Celsius to -2 degrees Celsius, preserving their texture and making them easier to fillet and process. Before any hands touch the fish, workers go through strict hygiene routines, washing their hands, disinfecting boots, and putting on full protective gear. Skilled workers then fillet the fish, slicing them expertly and removing the internal organs. Each movement is swift and precise, honed through years of practice. Have you ever tried filleting a fish yourself? It's not as easy as it looks. After sealing, the cans are steamed, washed, and packed into boxes for global distribution. But that's not all. Some mackerel are canned, a preservation method enjoyed by millions worldwide, with over 1.5 million tons of mackerel being canned each year. Mackerels are carefully cut into smaller chunks to remove any remaining impurities before being meticulously placed into cans. Next, they're topped with rich, flavorful sauces like tangy tomato or savory oil, which enhance the natural taste of the fish. The cans are then sealed tightly to preserve the mackerel's freshness. The next time you see a mackerel dish, you'll know the incredible journey behind it. Thanks for watching. Which part surprised you the most? Let me know. Since porcupines prefer a mix of light and dark areas, their enclosures should provide both shaded spots and open spaces, avoiding direct sunlight, while also offering protection from rain. With the right setup, these enclosures create a stress-free environment where porcupines can thrive, making farming them much more efficient and manageable. Farmers use spray paint to mark porcupines for easier tracking and management. White porcupines are a rare and fascinating sight. Their unique coloration is usually due to a genetic condition, which reduces pigmentation in their fur and quills.